Hey there, YouTube family. This is a real quick tutorial on applying conditional formatting. When you have a scenario where you'd like to call attention to data that meets certain criteria, conditional formatting can be a friend. To apply it, you simply highlight the area of data that you would like to consider. Go to your Home tab on the ribbon bar and choose the Conditional Formatting drop-down. The first conditional format I'm going to apply is anything that is less than $500 of revenue. And in those cases, I'm going to put here 500, and I'm going to choose light red fill with dark red text. Okay, so those items will now stand out to me of potentially a concern where they did not produce enough revenue in a given month. I'm going to consider highlighting yellow for any item that's a potential concern, where essentially, in my case, I'm going to highlight anything that is over or $500 and less than $1,500 as yellow. So I'm going to do conditional formatting after highlighting my range again. I will use between this time. And I want to highlight anything that's even to $500. So I'm going to do $499.99 and $1,500. And in this format, I want it to be yellow. So from a drop-down list, I can do yellow fill with dark yellow text and hit OK. And now I also would like to format conditionally any of my remaining data as green that is above $1,500. So I'm going to highlight the range one more time, choose conditional formatting, greater than, and in this case I'm going to make it anything that is greater than 1,500. And in this case, I'm going to say green fill with dark green text. And now if we look over my data, your eyes will draw attention to cells that are of concern in the color red, ones that are cautionary in yellow, and ones that are okay in green. And as you can see, conditional formatting can be very valuable in creating that visual appeal to your documents. Before I wrap this up, I want to also just point out there are more options other than just highlighting cells within a range or equal to certain values, or with text containing certain values or dates. Those are options. You also have top and bottom rules. You could actually highlight things that fall within the top 10 items in a given range. And then you can see other variants of such. So bottom 10, 10%, above average, below averages. There's data bars that have gradient fill, which are pretty cool. Color scales, icon sets, and you can also build your own rules. And then after you've set them in place, I just want you to be able to be aware you can manage those rules. And in my case, I've set 3. And if we look at what I have available here, when I first brought this up, you don't see anything because I'm not selected on that range of data. But we can go from the current selection and just check this worksheet. And you can see the rules that I've created here. You can see the format for each rule, the range that it applies to. And from this rules manager, you can also edit, create new ones, delete rules, or duplicate rules. So in this case, there's many ways to apply conditional formatting. And this video is intended to just share with you the capability and for you to consider exploring it further. I hope you found it beneficial. As always, if you have any feedback or comments, feel free to share them below. I'd be happy to hear from you. You can always reach out to me on my website. Find my contact information at professorwolfe.com. And in addition, please consider following me by subscribing to my YouTube channel. Thanks, everybody, and enjoy.